Good morning, beautiful people. I hope you're all doing well today. Thank you for joining me. We're gonna do another shorter flow today. We're gonna ramp it up just a tiny bit. Do what you can and chill if you just wanna chill. Let's just see where this goes. We're gonna start in child's pose. Everybody come to all fours. Toes together, knees apart, and push your hips up and back, dropping your forehead all the way down onto the mat. Take about 30 seconds here to breathe long, slow, deep inhales and exhales. You can cultivate the Ujjayi breath, which keeps you grounded and focused. Breathing in through your nose audibly, and then breathing out through your nose audibly. Nice, long sips of air. Continue to breathe, a few more seconds here. And then make your way very slowly to all fours position. Stacking your joints, shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips over knees. And start moving into cat-cow, which feels really good. Inhale, look to the sky or the ceiling. Exhale, belly to backbone, chin to chest, round it out. Inhale, breathe in. Spread across the collarbones. Exhale, belly to backbone, squeeze it in again. Inhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. Exhale. And 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hip circles. Bring your hips all the way back as far as you can. You may only get here. You might not get here. That's okay. Big hip circles to wherever you can go. As you start getting more flexible, your hands can come forward. You can push your hips back a little more. Drop your hips, right? Just moving around. Keep the breath moving. The breath holds you to your practice. The breath is very anchoring. And the same thing the other direction. And this is an opportunity for you to move organically, maybe not be as restrictive as you normally are, right? Nobody's watching. Just kind of move around. Well, my dog's watching. But yeah, just see what feels good, right? Drop back into child's pose for about 15 seconds. And just notice. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Notice if you're harboring any anxiety in your body right now. Feel it. Allow it. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Push yourself up into downward facing dog. For those that don't know, come to all fours. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Curl your toes under. Push your hips up and back. The objective is to keep pushing and plugging your hands into the mat, energizing through your arms, forearms, shoulders, trying to keep the weight out of your arms and into your legs. Then you release your neck. And it takes a little while for this to feel like a restoring pose or a relaxing pose, but it does become that way. If you're forcing your heels down, moving into this kind of position, you're not going to be able to hold the down dog. So just make it easier on yourself. Bend your knees, shift the weight back. This is just as good. And just start walking your feet side to side, pedaling out. I tend to lift my neck in this position, so I'm always shaking my head. My neck likes to come here, right? So I have to have an awareness of relaxing through the neck. And then come to down dog. Roll high up on the balls of your feet. Move into high plank position. look forward, squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. On an exhale, go back, exhale. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. 3 more times, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Was that 3? I don't know, let's do it again. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Good. Now walk your feet to your hands. Standing forward, fold, ragdoll. Feet hip distance apart, hook your elbows, and drop in. Forward folding positions are very, very relaxing. Sedates the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system and brings peace. So if you can hang like this, do it now. Keep the breath moving. Breathe in and breathe out. Release the neck. All this down. If you can, go ahead and step and all the way up to your wrists. If you can't, you can go here, you can go here, you can go here. And now bend into the knees, bend right and left. Waking up the sides of the thighs. And roll all the way up. We're going to move into our sun salutation. Rise all the way up. Come to your mountain pose. Look forward. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands to heart center. Breathe in, inhale. Breathe out, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Come to that flat back. Pull your shoulder blades onto your back. Pull your belly in. Exhale, fold. Let's do that again. Inhale. Alternatively, you can take your hands to your hips. Physically push your hips back, getting length in your spine as your crown goes forward. As you pull your belly in, as you're lengthening, you can actually feel your spine getting a little longer. And fold. Inhale, last one. And fold. We're going to do modified today. Hands to the floor. Step back to high plank. Drop your knees. Look forward and lower down. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. One long breath in. One long breath out. Step forward. Half lift. Fold. Rise up strong. Inhale. Arch back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Take your hands down. Step back. Drop your knees. Look forward. Lower down. Hover. Squeeze your elbows onto your back. Cobra or up dog. If you're in upward facing dog, start to rock your hips from side to side. Up and over your toes, downward facing dog. One breath in. One breath out. Step to the top of the mat. Halfway up. Down. Rise up. Inhale. Last one. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to high plank. Drop your knees and lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. Are you breathing? Take your left foot and step it towards the center of the mat. Reach your right leg high. Bend your knee and open your hip. Squeeze the heel towards the glute. Feel the stretch. Maybe you can stretch a little higher. Maybe not. Take your knee into your nose, give it a squeeze. And step forward. Drop your back knee to the floor. Sweep your arms up. Push into your hips and arch back. Ooh, I got a cramp. See? Cramping. You can tell I've been teaching and not doing. That's what happens. Sweep up. Take your left hand to the ground, right hand to the sky, and lift your back knee. Bend your elbow, spin your chest, and look towards the sky or the ceiling. Take your hand back down, step back. Vinyasa, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Same thing other side. Take your right foot, put it in the middle of the mat, reach your left leg high, bend the knee, and open that hip. Squeeze, and breathe. Step forward. Drop your back knee. Sweep your hands up. Maybe hook your thumbs this time. And try to stabilize through the front heel. Push it down into the mat, really plug it in, and then the back toe. That'll help keep you secure and stable. Take your right hand down, lift your back leg, lift your left arm. Back to high plank. Low plank. Upward facing. Child's pose. Man, I don't know about you, but I can really feel the stress in my body from this last few weeks of the hype. Well, it's not hype, but you know what I'm saying. The panic, the uncertainty, just further proves to me that we need community more than anything now. So please go join all my links and say hi. Okay, we're gonna come to cobbler's pose, bound ankle pose, butterfly pose. There's many names. Heels squeeze towards each other, knees out to the side. Lift your heart high and just start to walk forward. Now, this isn't a yin yoga class, but the beautiful thing about a yin class is when you hold the poses for 3 to 5 minutes, in this case we'll hold it less than that, but it starts to work its way into the connective tissue. And after this class, that's what I'll be doing for my hips that were just seizing up. I'm gonna sit in some deep hip openers. So I'm gonna show you some hip openers now, and I'm gonna go through them fast, but you can certainly stay in it longer. So as you're here, you drop your head and release. Maybe your hands go up. And you start to breathe deeply, using that sinking breath. So as you inhale, you lift up out of the stretch a little bit, and as you exhale, you slowly sink into it. So each time I inhale and exhale, it's almost like a wave. It's like I inhale and I lift, and then I exhale and I send all of that breath to the tight areas. So we do that for a while as a hip opener. Ujjayi breath. And come up. And that feels better already. Pull your knees in. Take your hands to the side. Rock your legs side to side. We're not doing anything super difficult again. We're just getting moving and we're connecting. We're gonna do a one-legged stretch. I like to call this a ballet stretch, but It's a seated stretch. Take your arm across your body, lift up to the sky and stretch over. This is gonna open your whole side body. We did a little bit of this yesterday, but we're just gonna flow. This way. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, long exhales, the opposite way. So now slow down your rate and just go slower. Good, we're gonna do the other side. So just switch it out. So it's nothing really too heady here, nothing really to think about. I'm not gonna speak in Sanskrit to you. I just want you to move your body. Get out of your head, get into your body, breathe. Notice where you're tight, I'm tight. Notice where you might need some work. And again, you're moving organically and you're not overthinking it. Seated forward fold, bending your knees up, reaching your hands to the sky and folding over your legs. This is another good one that you want to hold. In the in style, it'd be 3 to 5 minutes. You could put a bolster under your knees if you wanted to, if you needed some more support. But we're just gonna do it regular today. And we're gonna hold 10 breaths. So I like to start with my knees bent, but my heels are really anchored. I pull my belly in and up, I get nice and long, and then I lay down. Bring forth your breathing, your ujjayi, your victorious breath. And when it feels right, you can start walking your hips back, right? Maybe get into it a little bit more. Feel free to stay here longer and to hit pause, but for the sake of time and uploading time on YouTube, I'm gonna move on. Sweep arms up, inhale. Take your hands down to the ground. Lower yourself onto your back, pull your knees in, give them a good squeeze. And hip circles, deep hip circles. Opening out and bringing them back around again. And you'll start to really feel the discrepancies between the two sides, between which hip is tighter than the other. Like I was talking about yesterday in this short, simple flow, the body keeps the score. Go the other way. And what I mean by that is just what I'm experiencing. All the tension that you stuff from stress or worry or anxiety or just life. We stuff it into our body and it comes out if we don't let it out. And part of getting on your mat is about letting it out, right? Because it's gonna come out in some way. You're either gonna get angry, take out your frustration on something or someone, maybe drink too much. It comes out sideways if you don't deal with it. So if you don't talk to somebody about it, or if you don't acknowledge it or get on your mat and move that negative energy, it gets stuck. So try to always get on your mat. Take your hands to the floor. We're just gonna do an easy bridge. Lift your hips to the sky. Chin a little tucked. Plug your foot into the mat and lower exhale. Inhale up again. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and hold. While you're here, if you can, make a fist, push, plug your fists into the ground and lift your hips a little higher. Knees squeeze together. If you want to work out your booty a little bit, you could pause, keeping your knees moving towards each other but not touching. It's a really good workout for your hips, your hamstrings, your buttocks. And bring your hips to the floor. Squeeze your right knee in. Take your left leg and lengthen it really long. Really stretch it. Pull the right knee towards the armpit and release. 3 breaths here. And switch it out. Same thing. Squeeze all the way in, lengthen through the right leg. It's so peaceful out here. I can hear the birds. The sun's just about to get too bright for me. So we're going to wrap it up. Finally, the last pose. Bottoms of your feet together, knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana in Sanskrit, even though I said I wasn't going to do Sanskrit. Take your hand to your heart, other hand to your belly, and start to settle in and breathe. Feel your abdomen rise as you breathe in. Feel it go into your upper lungs, your chest, your throat. Hold it, and then exhale from the top to the bottom again. And just try to get really, really present. Meditation isn't about the absence of thought. It's about not paying attention too much to the thoughts. It's about acknowledging that we have a very active monkey mind that goes and goes and goes, and that's okay, but just notice, have an awareness without labeling it, and then breathe it away. And for those of you that aren't used to meditating, it takes a little while, but eventually it clicks. Take your feet out to the sides. Open up your hands, and I invite you to stay in your Shavasana, breathing and enjoying the day and being grateful and thinking happy thoughts. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.